Alright, so we're currently 12 months in. This is where it's sitting. It's all doing really well. I mean, as you know, if you've been watching the videos for the last year, there's been some ups, some downs, some, I guess, somewhat self-inflicted problems. I did things, I had a rush. I was trying to, produce videos. An all-around, a lot of pushing. We got through it. Still 1 year in. It's all dry rock in there. There was no live rock, so it is. We'll get the camera up here and I'll get you closer. You can see the coralline is coming in on it nicely. It's just not, aged enough rock to really show it the way you're used to it. But everything is looking pretty good. I'm hoping that it continues on. I'll keep doing updates on this, or if I add things or changes in the future, while I'm working on the other tank. So expect one of these to pop in once in a while. One of the reasons I got the other tank is because this was getting to a point where, unless I was adding a coral or something, it really wasn't, I didn't have the, what I needed for a video, what I needed to put out to make a video or the progress. Certainly something arises, I will do so. But for now, let's get into this here a little bit. We'll go over it. I'm really bad at names of corals, so don't expect that out of me, but I'll certainly try to get you a close-up of whatever I got here. Alright, so we're going to start back here in the corner. This is on the side closest to the wall. It's hard to get the camera in here. I got a couple of zoas. You see them two zoas that are looking really nice there. They both just kind of fell off the top of that main zoa garden and started growing there. And were literally there, obviously, for quite some time before I realized it. I just realized it here probably a week or so ago. So they just found themselves a home, doing real well. I'm sure you guys know the names, but this thing right here, I bought one of them, and it keeps branching off. I mean, every time it gets to a certain size, pieces break off, and this one actually floated back here, and you can see I had a old frag plug just laying in the sand back here with some, I don't know, some kind of coral that was growing on it. He found it and attached himself. Started growing. On the wrong end of the plug, of course, but it's kind of weird how that works out. But then as you go here, you can see like these. Let's see if I can get them here. So these zoas you see right in here, these stragglers, they're also like all these. They just kind of popped in there, so I don't know how that happens, but they did. Because you can see the ones that aren't are still on the plugs, which I'll get a better picture of here. I'm just trying to show you some of the stuff that's just randomly growing on the side without, kind of like a freebie, I guess. As you can tell, there's still, minute amounts of, little growth of algae type thing. Nothing to be concerned about. That just keeps the snails fed. Alright, so this is coming around. As you can see, I'm on the corner here. Just moving around the side. Down here on the bottom, this is where that main... correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Kenya something. I'm probably way off, but basically it was given to me. And I can see why. The thing is just a super invader. Can't seem to calm him down. I've been pulling chunks out and giving them to people, and then this right in here, if you remember that one video that had a little bit of that coral I saved, that I did all the dipping and peroxide and whatnot, that's him right there. And then we got now that's the Recordia mushroom. That one I do know. And as you can see up here is a Gorgonia. And then this was my attempt at a zoa garden, which It's going pretty good. I had a lot of fights with algae and whatnot at the beginning, so it's really just starting to fill in right now. I'll get a better down picture here. So this is top side down of the little zoa area. You can see they're filling in quite nicely. It looks like a couple of them are closed there. They must be irritated by something. But that's one of the same groups right there that fell behind and is doing really good on a patch in the back. So, but you can see where they've, each one of these when I bought them with just 1 or 2 heads. Some of them just still have 4 or 5 heads. Some have numerous heads, so they're growing. And if you look here around this, you can see the coralline algae now that's actually there. It's not real prominent yet, but you can see it. And then you got the pincushion urchin, or is that royal urchin? And then this, if you remember this one, I had in one of the videos, this green one, I had, it just came in as a little twig and it broke when the shipping. So I glued it on in the video. You can see where that's really grown. Here's well, it's a green. I'm sorry about the camera here. I'm trying to, you can't really see the green under this light, but that big mushroom there, it's got a lot of green in the bottom of it. And this here is another one that come in for free from somewhere. I can't remember what it was. It just came in with like 1 little polyp. Now there's 2, so it looks like it's got some green growth I got to clean up on it. Should have done that before the video, I guess. But that gives you an idea that I'm not really going in here and trying to fool you on what's going on. Here's a little bit closer up of the, well, these 2 here were both free corals. And this one I did pay a little bit for here, but he likes it up front there. And this one, I don't know if you remember in previous videos, this little orange one here. It grew really big. It actually was about the size of a little saucer. And then once it died off and I kind of threw it in the back of the tank and just to see what it'd do, and then all at once it started growing again. It did real good, and then it died off again. Well, as you can see, I dug it out from the back here about a week ago, and it's actually starting to grow again. So, and then here we got the Gonapora? Pink one. And then the grape bubble coral. Another zoa there. Here's the hammer. If you remember when I got that, it was just 1 head. Now there's actually 3 there. So it's turned into 3. These mushrooms here, I don't know if they're shaded. They live and they're doing all right, but they haven't really grown since I put them in there. That one or this one down here. They look like that constantly, but they don't really expand or grow. So I was hoping that they'd grow mushrooms all over, but maybe yet. And if you remember early on, I had the wave maker in there that was way too powerful for this tank, so I swapped it out for 2 of these, 1 on each end. They seem to be doing the job a whole lot better. If you see the nice flow on that, or on that grape, they're all just super happy with it. All right, as we round to this other side here, just trying to give you a little, you see this, let's see if we can focus on that. That's another random zoa. They're really small, but they really multiplied for some reason. A little chunk broke off and it just started going crazy there. Some spaghetti worms coming out of the ground there. There's a hammer on the side. You can see the little blenny poking his head out of that hole up on top. That's his favorite spot. Sits there all day looking. See? There he goes. These little tiny tufts of algae up here, the snails go up there to try to eat, and he nips them and kicks them off. I'm constantly picking them up because he's got them tipped upside down. I got something weird going on here with the Xena. It's not unhealthy, but it goes from, it'll swell up and be a nice big bushy Xena, and then all at once it'll shrink down like this. And in the same spot, under the same water conditions, the same lighting. And then if you look at the couple that are on the glass in the back, they never change. They're like that constantly. So I'm not sure what's going on with this one. There's something that is aggravating it, but I don't know what it is. I guess it's alright because it's keeping it under control. But then this would be, where the glass is cleaner, I guess. That's kind of a side shot. But yeah, so, but that's where we're at as far as the tank goes. You can tell it's looking a lot better than it has in some of the videos. You can see some of the problems have been corrected. Right now it's just kind of time to keep the water changes, keep checking the parameters, maybe add a coral or two, and just enjoy. I think we're finally to that stage with this tank, which is another reason why I got the other one, so we could have something else to talk about. I'm sure I can mess that one up enough to make videos. Right? You've seen it before. Okay guys, short and sweet. Just a quick run over how things are doing. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.